What's a ventriloquist again? They have the little puppet thing?
Yeah, the puppets. So those first two there were they are the ones that also run these. They have a bunch of different acts, and so those were kind of the ones that they threw out there.
Gotcha.
I didn't see them or know anything about them, but all options are on the table. So.
Okay, we're live.
Okay. Okay, call to order at 5:05. Start with the approval of the minutes from our last meeting. Comments from
I
anybody?
would move to approve the minutes as submitted.
Okay.
I second that.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Minutes are approved. Is there any public comment?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
We
Okay,
almost never
Taylor.
have anybody come to our meetings too, by the way.
So I know that you are not Lindsay, but I'm wondering if by chance she had mentioned anything about using the TextMyGov system.
She did not.
Okay, that's right. So we were curious to know. So I am in charge of the open classes, and we have had people really are interested during the week of fair on wanting to enter their stuff into the fair in an open class, but they don't get their stuff in necessarily on time. So we're trying to figure out how to communicate that a bit better.
Okay.
We do it on Facebook, but regardless, we
Yeah.
just need more. So we're wondering if we could use that TextMyGov system.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind checking
I will double check on that.
that out.
And Lindsay thought that we'd be able to, she was gonna look and see if there was like a cost
Okay.
per
Message.
every time a message
or
is
something.
pushed out. Cause I guess like we pay, the county pays for like a bundle of like so many messages and they pay X amount for like so many
Sure.
messages and then,
Yeah.
so she was gonna see what the cost was.
Okay. And that was to advertise for the open class?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just trying to get more activity and entries. We were down about 80 entries, I think, last year compared to the previous year, so trying to just get more in. I also had it on my list. I went into the 4-H newsletter that Jess sent over and looked at some of the workshops that are coming up. There was a cake decorating, an indoor something. I don't know. Anyways, I was going to try and go to their workshops to share that they can potentially also enter into open class if they would be interested, and how I'm willing to help check them in the day before for our 4-H members. So I currently lost that sticky note, and I hope those days didn't pass. Do you know if they
The other
did?
thing you could do is if you wanted to type something up, we could give it to the leaders and they could read it
And they could read it?
at the meetings.
Okay.
And you'd get most of the kids there.
Okay.
At the 4-H club.
At the
meeting.
4-H club meetings. That's a great idea too. Okay. I will take that as an action item to do. But I like to be involved. That's why I joined the fair board. By the way, I'm newer to the community myself, so I think it would be good for me to go meet and just interact with the kids and whatnot as well. So, but I'll do that. Thanks very much for that idea. That's all that I have on open class.
Okay. Jess, has Val been in contact with you regarding any vendor items?
Nope, we haven't started talking anything about
Okay.
that, but we probably will have to start here in the next month.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay. And rodeo, same thing. I'm assuming
Haven't heard
there's
anything.
they'll let us know if they have something
Oh,
for us. So.
I was just going to say that their Christmas party is January 11th, right?
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
yes,
10th.
10th tomorrow. Or no, Saturday.
Saturday. The 11th. I'm not sure.
I'm wishful thinking it's Friday.
Anyways, I forgot to RSVP, but I think I might text Lisa and I'll try to go
Okay.
to be present from someone from the fair board because I know you guys are busy. Or were you going to go?
I was not going to go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to
Nope,
make it.
I've got my weekend
yeah,
full.
text her. I know they were getting it catered,
Okay.
and so you might just not have a meal.
And I actually
Bring your
said
own
that.
food.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just swing in. I could say hi and
Okay.
Yeah.
Make an appearance.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
kind of thinking.
Perfect.
Also, if the weather's terrible, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm fair weather. I rode with Karen today.
Karen, 4-H. Is there any updates
Got a
there?
lot of workshops going on. Our animal numbers for fair are steady or up just slightly in most areas. We have a leaders training on January 27th. So I think that's mostly it.
Okay.
144 is our enrollment number I looked today. Actually, and there's 2 pending that are just waiting on silly things for them to finish their enrollment. So it should be 146.
Our numbers definitely, we're growing again, which is good.
What was the date of the training?
The 27th. And that's at 6, and it's at the Methodist Church.
Okay. No updates on public relations. So let's move on to chairman and vice chairman for 2025. Discussion.
Yeah, so in our bylaws, we had, when we rewrote those, it says we are going to elect a chairman and a vice chairman annually. So tonight is the night to do that.
I mean, I am part of the Big Sky Big Leadership program, and they challenge us to kind of go above and serve in leadership roles. So you've been doing a great job, Sheila, by following my commitment to trying to step up in other roles in Broward County. So if I would be interested, but I'll leave it there in being president.
I nominate Taylor for chairman. Okay.
Well, thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
I don't think I can vote for myself.
You can.
Okay, aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. That's a done deal. Taylor, welcome
Perfect. Thank
to
you.
the chair.
Thank you.
A vice chairman, I don't know that we necessarily
Well,
need
if Taylor
one,
couldn't make a
but
meeting, the
yeah.
vice chairman would step up and run the meeting.
Right.
Well, ladies, well, do we have a vice chair now? I always forget.
Yeah, it's Karen.
It's Karen. Okay. You're always here, Karen. So, I guess.
I nominate Karen for vice chair.
Okay. It's like, do you want it, Sheila? Perfect. Sorry, I'm napping.
Second, yeah.
Do we have a second?
Oh, I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor of Karen acting as vice chair?
Aye. You
Aye.
have to vote for yourself.
All opposed? Okay. Karen is our vice chair for 2025. Let's see, Fair Board roles, switching roles.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted Val to be here before we actually finalize that. You know, she was interested in switching vendors with you. And are you still up for that on your side of
Yeah.
it? Okay. So I emailed her back today. She was sick. I emailed her and I texted her and I didn't get any response. But so maybe we'll put that on February's agenda. And I just want to make sure that she's here to speak for herself and make sure that it is something she still wants to do.
If
it wasn't just
anything-
the stress of fair and afterwards being like, I'm done.
Yeah, if anything comes up that you want to maybe CC me on and we can
Okay.
kind of just start working together so that she feels comfortable, we can do it
Okay.
that way.
So we can, I guess, just kind of table that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I moved to table the
Yep.
Fair Board rules till February meeting.
Because you two are happy in your roles, and I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
Lauren doesn't want to switch anything, so, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have to second that?
What was the nomination again?
I moved to table it.
I second.
Perfect.
You're the new chairman.
Oh, okay. Well, discussion. Seeing none, we'll table that. Or all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay. We will table that for our February meeting. So the 2025 fair theme, I know that we all submitted our top 3 last meeting over the month of December to Jessica, and she pulled together the top 3 for us, and it sounds like we have the next 3 fair themes.
Yeah, so it was a 3-way tie between 3 of them. So I started at the top of the list for 2025, our fair theme will be Blue Jeans and Country Dreams. 2026 fair theme will be Ridin', Rockin', and Livestockin'. And then we'll go ahead and do 2027 since it was up there as well, which is Stars, Stripes, and Summer Nights. So I'll get that. I am trying to get an article in the BCDC newsletter that comes out tomorrow. So I emailed John this morning and I told him that I wanted to share the theme in it, and so I'm going to email it as soon as we're done here. And if it gets in, it gets in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But now we can start working on a logo and updating a fair book and share it with Rodeo. We do need to share. I'll share that with Rodeo too.
Perfect.
Blue Jeans and Country Dreams.
I like it.
All right.
Thanks, Jess. Okay, we'll move on to old business. So the topic on the agenda is vision for the Broadwater County Fair. I brought this up last time. I think that it's something that as a growing community we need to address what the expectations are from the fair. I got information from at the Big Sky Big Leadership in December there's a survey group in Missoula, I think it's through the university, that we can call, and they would help us put together a survey that we could then use at the fair and leading up to the fair. And it's just like a 1-page. They'll help you with the questions and the different options, and I think they help you pull it all together. I haven't reached out to them to see what the cost of that is, but if we're interested, I would be more than happy to follow up and reach out and kind of get more details, unless we're thinking we want to go a different route. But again, I think it's something that with the growth and change, and it's not just the changes of the community, but even at the fairgrounds, there's been a lot of changes over the past few years with the new buildings and all this stuff. Kind of seeing what people are thinking in a survey might be helpful. I don't know.
I don't think it hurts to get a cost. It might be out of our budget.
Well, and so I must say that the lady that I did talk to, she does it for nonprofits. I forgot to mention that part. She said it's like, I think she said it's roughly under $1,000. So it's, which I know is a lot, but still, in relative to a lot of surveys, they're usually thousands of dollars. So
It's like 1/30 of our budget.
I know. So, anyways, but if we're okay with that, I'll look into it.
I think it'd be okay to get a cost on it.
Yeah.
And if it is something, maybe it's something we can try to do ourselves somehow. Like even if we turn it into a drawing, like if people fill it out
yeah.
at the fairgrounds at the commercial building or something, and then we could put it in a drawing and draw for some sort of a prize. I mean, there's like there's other ways of, I guess, getting surveys out electronically too. I've never done them, but I know there's like some websites and stuff. SurveyMonkey.
Yeah.
I know MSU uses one.
It's like the Google Forms or Microsoft Forms,
Well, they
Teams Forms, something like that.
It might be. I know they use it for a lot of different things, and they send it out through email and ask you to fill it out. And someone else is doing a survey right now. Is it planning board?
The sheriff's department
Oh, yeah,
is
sure.
sending one out today.
Mhm.
I think here soon. I haven't heard if the planning board is doing one.
I think the planning board was doing, or Park and Rec maybe. There's a survey going around right now for that.
Park and
The
Rec
area out.
just finished one.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that was online.
Yeah,
It's available
I believe
online
so.
to people and stuff. So,
I can ask Adam. He's on the thing, right? It's the only.
mhm.
Okay. I can ask
Adam
him.
6?
Yeah.
He's not on Park and Rec.
He's not.
I don't know their names. There's only 3 out of 5 right now, and they are not ones that I am familiar with,
Okay.
that I know personally, so I'm not sure who they are, but I
Is
can.
Lacey
Jefferson.
Forey?
I think she is. Yeah, I think
Lacey
Lacey
Forey.
Forey is.
I don't know who that is.
And is Nicole Brown is
She's, yeah.
the county county representative or manager.
And Lindsay's on that.
Lindsay's on that one?
Lindsay's on that board.
Okay. Want me to ask and see how they did theirs?
I can ask Nicole if you
Okay.
want me to.
Yeah,
But I could probably, yeah. And I'm pretty sure she might have been a part of other county ones.
Yeah.
One other option might be to go directly to the university and say, hey, this is kind of what we want. Do you have maybe a course where something like this would
Oh,
be
yeah,
involved, and
for
that could be like a class project for somebody?
Yeah.
Then they're getting learning, we're getting it for free, and everybody wins.
Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to them. She gave me the information and I didn't bring that back, so
You're more of a mess than usual.
I know. I know. I was gonna stay home with this weather.
You're never a mess. You're always so organized.
No,
This is very
I'm
strange.
always a mess. Okay. So, any other thoughts, conversations around that? I know it's kind of new to you,
Yeah.
but there's just been like, I learned this at my Big Sky Big Leadership through the extension here, is that we're like the fastest growing county in Montana, and we have been for the last 2 years, I think it has been. So just trying to figure out how we accommodate. Lots of people want fair rides, lots of people want this, they want that. And so just trying to figure that out.
I think that's a great idea, because we sit here in an empty room and try to decide what we think people will want.
Yeah.
About if they tell us what they want.
Right. Right.
So I think that's beautiful.
And it is hard because we want, like, we're all excited about it. We want to do things, and we want to bring things in, but not only budget-wise, but, like, room out there.
Right.
We've kind
Yeah.
of filled up the footprint of the fairgrounds
Yeah.
pretty tightly as it is, and scheduling-wise, I guess, between rodeo stuff and fair stuff and how it's set up, when you can't block off anywhere and charge a gate fee unless if it's an event inside the arena. That's the only way that you can charge a gate fee to anything out there.
Sure.
And so, like, that limits our concert.
Yeah.
We always do a Wednesday night concert if we want to charge for a concert. That's the only option. So yeah, there's lots of limitations, even though we want to do more and try to make it bigger and more exciting. And
I can't remember if I brought this up, but some of the counties you have to pay to park. Like, that's their way that they make
Entrance
extra funds.
fee,
$3, yeah, it's like
Mhm.
$3. I mean, big fairs are much more, but like, I don't know if that's, again, I don't want to charge people, but if we decide that we need more funds, that's another avenue that we can look at. But also brings up parking, and I know that we talked about it before, and I'm only looking at the time, and we have lots of it to discuss, is remind me in regards to the corner.
the pivot corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have to do anything? I'm just concerned about that going away or whatever. Is there
Well-
actions that we should be taking as a fair board?
No,
Okay.
it's not our land.
Right.
That's across the way on the city land, right?
It's
Okay.
it's city-owned property.
But-
and so no matter what, we don't really have a say in it.
Right.
They allow us to use it.
So-
and that could be taken away at any minute.
So is that a conversation that I know, I can't remember what we decided on that.
Well, so
To
they
prepare?
lease that property. It's city
Right.
leases it to
Right.
the farmer,
Yep.
rancher,
Yep.
whatever. And then he, I guess, technically allows us to use it during that weekend. However, they are building a water tower on part of
Right.
it, which I don't know what that will look like when it's done, but that will be
Or
taking
even
up
when they
a
start it.
significant amount.
Do you know when they're going to start it?
Well, I really hope that they are not planning on doing any construction during Fair Week, but
That's
I don't
kind of
know.
the thing, yeah.
I don't know on that.
And
I
that's
guess.
city, so maybe I could reach out to the. Do you know by chance? It's
I
okay if you
don't.
don't. Maybe I could reach out, or if someone
You know what? I'll talk to Eric Crush,
I don't even know who that is. so
just
that's
because
great.
he comes in quite often with a bunch of other things, and I don't know if there's even a timeline started on that.
Yeah, if we could just, they
He's their
have
public
to.
works, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think have some kind of proposed project timeline.
Mhm.
of some kind.
Well,
So it would-
I assume it's planned, so funding's there, so it's just a matter of getting all
Yeah.
the pieces in place.
Because just a question, do you talk to him to let the farmer know when the
rodeo board.
rodeo board?
I mean, he just knows it.
Right.
He,
Okay.
He just, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure rodeo is the one that makes the contact. I don't contact him at all.
Okay.
Because they contact him, and then they even have,
Because it's
I think
even
TJ goes out there and mows it. Somebody else goes out and mows that corner down for us once he tells us we can.
because it's not just that's also where we camp too, or the 4-H camps, right?
I believe though, like how we have it sectioned off, like it's pretty much a triangle,
Yeah.
the corner. The area closer to the highway, like
Mhm.
where he puts his haystacks,
Mhm.
when you see him with the haystacks, I believe that's more where the tower is going to be, closer to the highway. So it's where our overflow rodeo parking is.
Okay.
Now, I believe. I don't think it's on the smaller corner up top. I think it's
Right.
the long part of the corner.
But even during construction, I don't know, but I feel like they would probably use all of that area.
I don't know either. But yeah, I hope that it's not anything that's planned during Fair Week. But that would be a good thing to maybe put a little bug in their ear and be like, let's try not to. Well,
Avoid this weekend.
well, one year we learned like 2 weeks before Fair, 3 weeks before Fair, that they were sealing that highway
Right.
from the edge of town
I
to
remember
12
that.
miles out. And
Yeah.
we ended up working some stuff out with the state. But yeah, that was going to be a nightmare too.
Yeah. Okay, so you said you don't mind doing that, Jess?
No, I'll talk to Eric Crush and ask him about it. He came in today about some other things, so.
Okay, cool. Because I know that parking is just becoming a larger issue with the fair growing every year. Like, to the point where even last year it went down the airport road, correct? Anybody notice that?
Yeah, they,
A little bit, yeah.
for the rodeo, the
Mm-hmm.
rodeo spectator vehicles do usually go down this side of the road towards like the Hamilton Honey place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's not the airport road then, is it?
No, the airport's
On the other side,
by
okay.
the 4-H camping.
And they're good with that?
They are,
Okay.
I think, so the rodeo club,
So
I
that's
think
they do
talks to those
Okay.
guys, and even, I think they even have started mowing along that road for them, just to make it easier for all that overflow,
Okay.
so.
It's just limited. I mean,
Mhm.
you just have to work with.
Right.
We need
Cool.
a tunnel underneath the highway.
I'm sure that's in the budget.
Can we get the Teslas to drive themselves?
on the other side of the highway?
Yeah.
There is a field there, though, isn't there? Or that's the airport? That's in between the Hamilton Honey and the fairgrounds? That's
It's
the
airport,
airport.
yeah. Where they open the gates and they allow people to park.
I don't know. They do that?
Yeah, like the parking area behind the main grandstands. That's flat, and like the Lions Club directs parking and stuff.
Yeah.
That is airport.
Airport, yep.
ground. And that's the only time, really that we have access to it.
Oh.
They open it for us for that weekend.
So, like, our fence line behind.
The grandstands is our fence line.
I didn't know that. Okay.
That's why,
So,
that's why that
there's
gate
still-
isn't open all the time.
Got it. I did not know that. Did you know?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So the next question is, there's still a field. That's
There is a
still
field
the
on the
airport.
other side of that.
Yeah.
Because you get off the highway and you kind of go, and then you kind of go this way to go back to Hilton.
Yeah.
But I don't know what
I
that
think
field
that's
is.
airports.
That's all the airport too. Okay. Got it. Learn something new every day. Okay. I just would like to, identify something before maybe it pops up and becomes an issue and we caught flat-footed. That's my only thought on those things.
Mhm.
Anything else?
I guess do you guys want to talk about Sheila's entertainment under this one?
Yeah, we can
Oh, yeah.
Really
throw that in here real
haven't
quick.
started our fair planning in our regular business agenda.
I
So-
didn't even look at that actually until a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh, oops. Okay, so a lot of the ones that I was kind of interested in are already booked. if I got prices from them, I put them in here. New Blue, I think, would be great, but I don't have a price on them, but I'm betting they're probably kind of pricey. So I'll keep after them and see. But I think they would be kind of the perfect fit for the group of people that we get at our fair. So maybe for next year. Some of the things that are available, so that balloon guy that I talked about, he is available. He's $1,200 a day, 3-day minimum, would need a hotel room. Chad Bushnell, his price keeps going up. So when I talk to him by Monday, it'll probably be $7,000. But anyway, so that's kind of what we have for sort of the big sort of out of area stuff. And we might again be a little late this year for trying to do something like that, and maybe we should kind of stick local and start thinking ahead to 2026 if we want to try to pull something in that's radically different, or a hula hoop or magic show or something like that. So, but this is what I came up with from RMAF. So there were probably 80 different entertainers there. I just kind of picked and chose sort of,
Yeah.
there's like 6 hula hoopers. I picked one kind of thing. So
Yep.
the ones that I saw perform mostly. So it's food for thought.
Yeah.
We could maybe discuss it more in February and make some decisions on some local talent and that kind of thing and start doing that.
Yep.
So unless you have a particular passion for something on this list that I can get started on.
No, I don't. I wish it wasn't all so expensive.
I know. I know.
Because even just the balloon guy, you're looking at probably 4,000 DZ.
Yep.
And it would be nice that he would be throughout the fair, so you're getting the day's worth. But another issue that we ran into, just trying to fill you in, I don't know how much you watched before,
No,
but
I appreciate it.
yeah. So historically they would do a concert on Wednesday night,
Yep.
and they're very expensive and trying to get people in, and it really wasn't working. And so then we had the one year was the 60th.
So 2 years
65?
ago was our 60th anniversary, and we brought in the big concert.
Adam Doliak.
Big one, yep.
It was a big one.
was a big
yeah,
one.
he's on Sirius Radio.
All the time.
And that was still good, but still really wasn't even that great of a turnout for numbers. And so we're trying to figure out something else. And we think maybe just with all the concerts that are going on around us, between Red Ants Pants
Yeah.
and Country Jam, Helena gets concerts, Bozeman gets concerts, Great Falls has concerts, Billings has concerts, and we live in Montana and everyone goes to everything.
Even
So
the brewery at Three Forks had Josh Turner last year too, so
yeah.
they're kind of all over the place now.
So we're thinking that's just not, we're not going to win that. And so maybe we'll try something else. And we also think that maybe, this may just be me, Wednesday is like a tough night to get people out in our small community.
It is.
It is.
It's one of the biggest things that you hear from people. Well, it was Wednesday night. I have to work. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Even Thursday night, they're like, well, Thursday, at least I only have to go suffer through one day.
Right.
Or they already have Friday off for rodeo
Yeah.
weekend, or whatever.
So that's kind of what we've been running into. So we're trying to think outside the box. Do we bring in a magician? Again, it costs a lot of money. Do we, these options on here, a lot of them are multiple days, or they call them strolling in the entertainment world, which is fun and maybe nice, but still expensive. And we don't have a hotel that we would like to put our guests in here in town. And so that even makes it more. So then you have a rental car. Usually they add on top of that. And so we're a little bit stuck on what to do with Wednesday night. We did do a local band last year. And I felt like there was a,
And
but we
did
do
it
on Thursday.
night.
Yeah,
we
that's
moved
right.
it to
That's
Thursday
right.
night last year, and so
After the kids rodeo.
after the kids rodeo, we set it out up in the vendor area, and so it was a free concert. And even then, looking around, I would say maybe 100 people.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And so it's like we put all this time and
Yeah.
effort and money into providing this, and we're not in it to like make money off of it.
Right.
But
But
even just
we
to
just-
get the word
But
out.
you still want to get the bang for your buck.
Yeah, and we want people to enjoy it and come out for it, and so it's a tough spot. Like,
I will say I was really happy to see like the amount of people that were waiting for the band. Like they didn't go to the kids rodeo. They just came to listen to the band. And I would say there was 25
yeah, there was a few there. And they-
again for the price. I don't know if that's quite
Yeah.
makes it work, but it was cool to see that some people were intentional about coming.
Mhm.
That's I try to take something good away from it, but
Yeah, and
so I don't
so
know.
we couldn't sell tickets for that one. Because it's just up in the vendor area, so
Yeah.
anybody could come and sit and watch it. And that's the thing about Wednesday night is we can set up in the arena, and then have a gate fee. But it's a rough spot to be in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work for 250 attendees, basically. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Not
what it
even.
boils
Yeah.
down to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the year Elwyn Show, which was the year before Adam Doliak, I think we sold 220 tickets.
Oh
And I
really?
mean, they were like $5 tickets, $8 tickets maybe. Day of it was 8. I think pre-sale was 5 or something. And yeah, the number was like 220.
But not did that number come?
That was just the sold number.
Right.
But then we give tickets to sponsors.
Yeah.
And not even all the sponsors came. You know, because we
Right.
kept their stubs, and I had them like numbered, and so I knew what numbers were given to what sponsors and stuff, and which
Yeah.
ones were sponsor tickets and which ones were regular tickets. So you kind of go back and look at it, but you know, not even all the sponsors would take advantage of their free ones on
Right.
Wednesday nights. So.
So I don't know. So if you have any great ideas
Okay.
or if you hear of anything, I'm trying to even think if we heard much blowback from not having a concert on Wednesday. I don't remember hearing anything about it.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah. So I think maybe we can just stick with nothing on Wednesday.
Yeah. And then the problem with Thursday night is we don't want to interfere with the kids rodeo. And so we couldn't start, like we kind of put like, I think what we say like 7:30 was our
Yeah.
approximate start time,
Sure.
or when the kids rodeo was done and they're done with their awards. So it ended up being,
8:30.
I think it was, it was closer to 8 at least.
Yeah, it was way after 8.
Yeah. So, you know, we were just kind of
Awkwardly
waiting to start, but,
Sure.
and we can't do anything in the arena on Thursday night because we'd have to get it set up. And then they wouldn't have time to work the arena before slack and stuff on Friday morning. So that's kind of predicament or logistics.
I mean, I told the rodeo board this, and I'm only saying it because I keep hearing it from people, is people want sheep riding. That's all I gotta say. We might be able to make a few bucks if we wanted to do it, but anyways, everyone wants sheep riding. And I know a lot of Townsend people go to the Helena and Three Forks rodeos to put their kids in the sheep riding.
Yep.
It's a big thing. Anyways, so I do think that you hit the nail on the head. I think we just keep getting them too late, and I think you just have to book them when you're at that event. So there's the Rocky Mountain Association of Fairs. It's like the fair reference.
Sure.
In November.
November.
And
Veterans Day weekend.
yes. And like fairs are there, their whole fair boards go, and they are booking people while they're there. And so, especially with our limited budget, I think we really next time need to go prepared to try and
Yep.
sound the line. Which next year it's in Billings, so it's in Montana,
Nice.
and we're hoping to get maybe a few more of us to go all together.
Quite honestly, we could have a quorum there.
Yeah.
We could just go to the side. And
Yeah.
The nice thing about Billings is Karen and I could last minute, because it's the state volleyball weekend.
Oh,
And so
sure. Yeah.
It never works out.
you don't
yeah.
know if you can
Yep.
go or not until
Yep.
the weekend before. So, but with Billings, I mean, that's a short enough trip that
Yeah.
Karen and I could probably decide by the Sunday before if we can go or not too.
Sure.
Yeah.
And since it's drivable, we can use a county car. And we could all carpool.
I think it would be fun. Yeah, that's what most of the fairs do, and they have a great time. So I don't know, but yeah. What do you guys think about these entertainment people?
They're expensive.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what I think the crowd that we'll get.
Yeah.
We haven't found.
How much was the local band?
2,000.
So Blue Belly Junction that we had last year was $2,500, but we had no soundstage and lights cost because they're like, oh yeah, just park a trailer there and that'll be fine. We have all of our own equipment.
Which is most local bands.
Yeah, El Wind Show, when we did them, they're $1,500, but they require a soundstage and light.
Oh, really?
And our soundstage and light for them that last time I want to say he was like $2,600. He was more than the band itself.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
that was like a smaller stage. Yeah. Well, the Adam Doliak stage,
That was a big one.
I think that stage was like 7,000.
Yeah.
But so I think like I like these two. I think the hard part about them is most of them, like especially like if they're the multi-day ones, like the balloon guy would have to be set up in the commercial building because he needs to be indoors.
Yep.
That isn't too big of a deal. He could take 2 spots in the commercial building. Like the Raptor guy or the ventriloquists who would be there multiple days, their show would have to be under the entertainment tent, which is fine. I just don't know how, if they're able to, like, if they want somewhere where they can go, they can set their stuff up, they do their show, they leave it set up for 4 hours, they come back, they do another show, you know, or
Yeah.
because if it's under there, they would pretty much have to clean everything up and
Yeah.
like put it in a trailer or something.
How long are the Raptor shows? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think they're half hour, 45 minutes, but then they have a booth where you can go meet the birds and do all that good stuff too. But yeah, they do 3 a day, and they really just, like it says there, I think, I put it in there, didn't I? You just need kind of some shady
At least
areas.
that's just one day. Like the others where, they get you when they say you have to have all 3 days or.
Right.
In the hotel.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
hotel.
So you're, like the balloon guy, he's just one hotel room, but he needs it for 3 days. I mean, the Raptor guy, like, they like to be on grass, near some shade. He could be something that you could set up in the the drain field area.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Mhm.
That'd be perfect for it.
Yeah.
I guess out of the ones there,
Mm-hmm.
it's something different.
Mm-hmm.
It would appeal to adults and kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for $2,000 a day, you get 3 shows per day.
And there is no minimum day, Sheila, you didn't think, with him?
No,
Yeah, they say that till they know where they're coming.
I had a nice conversation with them, and they know we're from
That we're
Montana.
in Montana.
Yeah, I told them exactly
In
where.
Townsend?
Can't be
Well,
within 50 feet. of
Everyone
anything
says, where's
producing
Townsend? And I said, you know where
aerosols.
Helen is? And they say, yes. And I say,
Just south.
drive 20 minutes south.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the 50 feet of anything producing aerosols or fumes, would that count for like the generators from the food vendors though?
Yeah, but that'd be more than 50 feet if they were back
If they
there.
were on the backside.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that would be fine.
So
Yeah.
then we'd have to plan a different time than when we have the generator for not that we're doing a slide, but if you were to do any.
Oh, the bounce house, or make sure it's.
Right. It'd have
Set
to be
up.
maybe separate days or something. Yeah. Not to mention that bounce house is probably looks strange to a bird, no matter how well trained.
And what did we say our budget was again for it?
Well, so on the back of the agenda, I put my breakdown. Don't look at the utility services and the repair and maintenance services because I have to talk to Bill about those. So like last year, so this is 24-25 budget. So that's another thing, Jesse, like our budget is like pretty much completely front loaded. Like, our budget starts in July
Mm-hmm.
and then we use a lot
Use
of
it,
our money
yeah,
in July
right.
and August. And
Yeah.
so So from last year, our concert budget was 4,100, and we used 2,500. That is usually right about where it is. But we do get sponsors. We do get money for sponsors, but I can't at the beginning add that money into my budget because I don't know that it's there for sure or not.
Right.
So even if we spend $4,000 on a concert and we get $6,000 worth of sponsors, and so we end up spending $8,000, it never looks good on the budget. By the end of the year, it looks like we're like $4,000 over, even though that money is all there. It's just the expense numbers and the budget numbers.
Well, because we're on a fiscal year too, it
Yeah, so
makes it a little strange.
so there's some room in there, I guess, depending if we do the legwork and do that work to get the sponsors. That's another, that's a big thing. Like you kind of get from it what you put into it as far as sponsors.
Yeah.
So we try to do like hand deliver them, like the board members and the superintendents of the open class. So a lot of our sponsor things, it's not like cold calling, it's people going into businesses and giving them letters, and so that helps a little bit, I think, but
Yeah. Okay. So, that kind of wraps up old business. I guess we'll just wait again until February. We can review this a little bit more and then decide what we want to do. I guess real quickly is, do you want me to start calling local options? Do we want to do a concert, or I think we kind of said maybe not. Again.
I would say see if they're, maybe start with, are they available during our time? Because we kind of shifted a week because of the.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe see if they're available and maybe get some prices and just let them know we'll make a decision in February.
I don't know if there's any local magic shows. I mean, I don't know if Helena or Bozeman, or there used to be one around Winston, but that was
I can
5-10 years ago.
I can make some calls locally and
I mean,
see what I can find for stuff like that if you want. I can do that.
Yeah, Sheila, if you'll do that, and then I can do try to come up with some local bands or whatnot.
I know Blue Belly Junction is no more,
Yeah.
but I mean El Wencho is always a decent option.
Yeah.
Or even Angie's band, the Dusty
Yeah.
Tones. They're starting to have more stuff around Townsend, so that's helpful when people know the name.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll bring more options for February. Any other old business? Old business. Okay, moving on to new business, rentals update.
Okay, so I was just gonna give you guys a rundown really quick. So, of our rentals. So, like I said, there's a funeral out there on tomorrow, so they're out there setting up right now. 4-H has been using the building quite a bit because Archer's an every Tuesday thing until middle March. Swine is once a month now out there until May. Beef has been using it for workshops. There's potential for Broadwater Conservation District might be doing something out there on March 1st. They weren't 100% sure on that, I don't think, quite yet. Beaters with Heaters is already booked again, ATV ride. Memorial Day weekend, there's graduation party. June 26th through the 30th, there's like it's a rental through rodeo, so it's some sort of rodeo thing, but they want to use the pavilion, so they're using the pavilion those 4 days. And 4th of July week, there's a wedding / family reunion. Labor Day weekend, there's a family reunion out there, so that's what I'm thinking, though, that these summer weekends will start booking up quickly. I mean, there's only.
Can you remind me when the lineman rodeo is?
I don't have that on here. I believe it's the 3rd weekend of July. So that'd be the 18th, 19th, 20th. I'll check that, because I do need to block that out on mine, because Lisa doesn't have it blocked out on our Google Calendar yet, so.
Okay. Any questions or updates for the rentals update? How's your time looking of spending time out there?
Not too bad right now.
Okay.
I don't go out there after the 4-H things usually. I don't go out like every Wednesday and check and make sure our tree cleaned up after themselves unless there's something going on that weekend.
Okay.
So it really hasn't been that bad yet. I was out there for about an hour today with the renters because they hadn't ever rented the building themselves. And so we walked through quite a bit on that. And then, there's a sheriff's office Christmas party next weekend too. But they don't need it, it's not a lot of my time except for the checkout and just making sure things are
Okay.
clean. We are working on, I guess, we talked about this, we had like a meeting today, but we're working on a binder to leave out there for people when something comes up while they're renting, and if they can't get a hold of me or get a hold of Bugs, your maintenance guy, like who they should call if it's a plumbing issue or an electrical issue or things.
Oh, nice.
And I thought about this afternoon. I don't know what your guys' opinions about asking Lisa if she wanted to be on that list. Because that was the thing about having, she's so familiar with the grounds, like pretty much any
Sure.
problem,
Yeah.
her or Chuck are like, oh yeah, that's over here, this is over here, and this is the key to that, and this is where the breaker is for that. And so a lot of times, even like the day that we went out there when the water stopped working in the 4-H building, they called me, I called our maintenance guy, he actually called Chucky and was like, Chuck, what do we do? What do you think this is? And he was like, go check this breaker, go check this. And so, but they're friends, and so.
Yeah.
But so I might actually.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
I might ask her if she'd be willing to be put on that list or not. But
Perfect. Cool. Okay. Our next meeting date will be February 3rd, 4th, or 20th.
so the normal meeting date was supposed to be the 13th. That's an away basketball game day. So I looked at the meeting calendar, and
I'm gone all 3 of those days. Sorry.
what about this? I think this. Wait, the 6th would be an option, but we'd have to be done by 6 p.m. So I don't know about that.
I've already got a 5:15 meeting.
Okay. 3rd, 4th, 20th. What else?
Could we do Tuesdays? 11th, 18th?
Tuesdays get bad for me because I'm taking Riley to Belgrade every Tuesday.
Okay. Wednesdays? I can't remember days, so I'm just throwing them out. Sorry.
Wednesday nights, what time would you have to be done, Karen?
If we started at 5:05, we'd be okay.
Kind of done by 6, is that?
Yeah, even 7, as long as we're out here by 7. So if we
So-
started early, we'd be okay.
The only Wednesday that for shooting sports, will they need this room, Allison? Is there enough of them probably for this room,
Wow.
huh? So Wednesday the 12th for shooting sports is in here, I think, and then airport is in here the 19th. So if we did Wednesday, it wouldn't be till February 26th.
I could do the 5th. Was the 5th not an option?
Park and Rec.
Okay,
is in here
sorry.
the 6th, yeah.
Is that too late? Works for me, but
The 26th.
Park and Rec's in here on the 5th.
yeah.
That's what I have. Or, yeah, Wednesday the 5th, Kearney Park and Rec Board meeting. It's not, I don't think that's their normal day.
I have them on the 10th, so I don't know. But unless they've changed it. Maybe they moved it for that week or that month.
Remind me,
Yours is probably right.
Okay.
are Mondays bad?
So
The 10th?
there's the 3rd is available.
Oh.
But third.
The 3rd is the only February
Yeah.
Monday that is available.
Okay.
But Val did text me, you guys, and she said she is still interested in switching roles. And I said, well, do you want us to discuss this tonight and go forward, or wait until February? And she said we can go ahead and discuss it if we want.
Okay.
So if you want to go back up there, we can do that too.
Can we just push it to February?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's okay. It's already been tabled. I'm watching the clock, so
Okay.
we'll just
What's
do
in
that.
here on the 10th?
Well, there's no discussion because I think
There's a
it's
4-H club meeting on
I think it
the
just moved.
Okay.
the second Monday of every month is the 4-H club meeting.
I mean, move.
I have hold spot on the 17th
Sure.
for a park and rec open
Right,
house.
if you're good with doing vendors,
See, I had it
Yeah,
on
I'll
my
do
calendar
vendors.
that Park and Rec was the
That's
second
fine with
Monday.
me.
so
For their normal meetings?
Yeah.
how about if I just take.
No,
off your-
third Monday. That's
Go
the old
back up
one.
there, I'll
Sorry.
just make a
Okay.
motion and-
Okay.
Used to be
Yeah.
the second Monday.
Do that.
Perfect. Okay.
What kind of dates have you come up with?
Wednesday the 26th?
Sounds good.
Okay. I will
Sorry,
get that
guys.
changed.
Same time, 5?
05?
5:05. I
Okay.
like it.
Okay. And I guess we can go back up there. We have a few minutes. To where was it again? Sorry. Fair board business and the fair board roles. Val is willing to switch with Sheila.
So I would move to put Val as public relations and Sheila over the vendors.
You have to second it.
You can say that stuff too.
It's affecting you.
I second.
Okay. It's been moved that Sheila will switch to vendors and Val will move to public relations. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll move to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Okay. So maybe you and Val can get together. You
I'll
have
reach
her-
out to her by email and just,
Okay. And she put her cell phone number on that email with her new email address. That's
Okay.
not her state one.
okay.
The county one or whatever. it
Is that the
was.
one you emailed to her last, or?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that you have been
I'll find her.
emailing. Yep.
I'll find her. No worries.
Okay. I would. Any other business? Business. Do you know if Allison had anything?
No, I think she was just popping in because she has a meeting in the back room here at 6 o'clock.
Okay, perfect. All right. In that case, I move to adjourn the meeting at 5:57.
Any instructions?